good. I'm ready.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of More Than a Mom podcast, where we discuss the uncut truths of motherhood. I am one of your co-hosts, Cash.
And I'm Riley.
So what are we talking about today?
We're just gonna get right into it.
Okay.
We've asked on social media questions about to get to know us, and so we're gonna do this in 2 parts, just to give you a little heads up. It's gonna be 2 parts. And
like it.
We don't want to have too many questions in one to overwhelm you. So this is going to be part 1. It's going to be more about moms and our mom questions and stuff like that. So
Okay. So let's do it. You want to pull first? Or you want me to
so
pull
we're going to, we have the questions written out in here because we don't want to expect what's coming next.
Yeah.
So we're just going
let me
to.
tell you, this is a shock. This is a shock factor for us too. So we don't know what's coming out.
We don't know. So I'm going to let you pick first.
Okay.
Unless you want to answer. Well, I'm going to let you pick first.
And then I'll let you answer. Okay.
Now I'm nervous. Now I'm scared.
Let's see it. It says, okay. How did you feel when you first found out you were pregnant?
That's wild
That's
to
straight
start
off the
with.
porch. Oh, wow. Okay.
How I felt when I first found out I was pregnant. I cried.
Did you cry? Okay, was it happy tears or was it sad
It was
tears,
like
or
not
was it
knowing,
like,
crying.
what am I
like
going to do tears?
Not knowing what to do.
Okay.
Because I was so stuck in my routine. I had a good job. I was home by myself. Like I was literally just in like a routine of life, and
Like,
we were both
a baby right now.
a baby, and then the other situation that he had going on in his situation.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I think that's why I cried, because I don't think I was ready for it.
Okay.
And so in my head, I'm like, there's no way I can handle all that.
Okay.
But it worked out. Honestly, it's working out good. But I cried because I was so scared. And I was afraid to tell, like, my family, my mom. And it's not because of the baby. It's, like, the situation with him. Like,
Okay, that's fair.
because that's a lot to tell people. Like, yeah, I'm pregnant, but not only am I pregnant, I'm pregnant and
By him and he has
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
it was
Because it's like, I want to celebrate this moment, but I can't ignore on the back that all of this is going on
right.
as well. Yeah.
And it's hard to talk about, even with my friends who knew, we were hanging out.
Yeah,
it was still like,
we knew y'all was hanging out, but we didn't expect this to come out of it. Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to tell people. And it's not because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's just
we were just kicking it. We were just cool.
Neither one of us was ready for this to happen, especially him.
I know he wasn't, because at that time it was
like
a lot going
crazy.
on. Yeah, it was a lot
So,
going on. Okay.
Yeah, I think I wasn't sad. I'll say that.
Okay.
I did cry, but it was just in a state of, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how this is going to turn out.
How it's going to work out.
Right.
Okay.
I knew I was going to have a baby, but I didn't know, like,
what that looked like.
Were we going to be together?
Yeah.
Was it just going to be me and the baby?
Yeah. But it's like I'm fully prepared, though, that I know I'm going to have a child.
Right.
I just don't know what the circumstances look like.
I had a stable job. I was in school.
So we're good. Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah.
But it's just like the outcome is like what makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like still. You just don't know what's going to happen.
That's very
true. Day by day, you just don't know.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I had mixed emotions, but sadness wasn't one of those emotions that I had. I think I had mixed emotions about it because, and I don't think I've ever shared this like out loud.
Yeah.
But I had a miscarriage before. Mm-hmm. So that's why the mixed emotions kind of come into play, because that was something that, of course, I had shared with Trey, because that's just something that we went through together.
Right.
But I don't think it was something that was just like, you deal with it and then you kind of like don't think about it until something like this comes up. Then you're like, oh wow, that's bringing up all of those old feelings, but I still want to be able to celebrate this.
Right.
And then on top of that, it's just like, for me, I think it was more so happiness because I knew at the end of the day, like, Trey is my best friend. Like, that's my dog. Like,
lovers.
Why would I not want to bring a child to the world with my best friend? Like, that's my dog. So it's just mixed emotions about it. Mm-hmm.
So it's like we kind of, I don't know. I was scared.
For sure,
you
scared.
You guys were different. Y'all had been together for years.
Yeah, and I think, and my thought process always had been, because I had been with him for years, it's just like, okay, I know I'm going to have a kid with him. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to use the term expected, but it's like, who else would I have a child with?
Right.
I've been dating this person for all of these years. Why would I go and have a child with?
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
So at this point, it was gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, it happened. I just wasn't expecting it to happen because I just was not expecting it. That's all.
Yeah.
I was trying to be responsible and take a pregnancy test before I go down to Miami, and the test said something I wasn't expecting.
I remember we talked about this because you were going to Miami, and I found out the day before I was going to Vegas for Aaliyah's birthday, and I was like, oh.
And the only people
my
I knew were
God.
my two best friends at the time, and I had to like hide it the entire trip.
I was gonna hide it, but then everyone's drinking and taking shots, and they know I'm good to drink with them.
And that's how I was, but
Back
my best
then-
friend Tasha was like, oh, I got it. It's okay, I got it because it was around her birthday too. So I was like, yeah, it's her birthday. Let her drink. Like, she good.
See, that was your birthday. I think I killed the vibe for Aaliyah's birthday. I know I did, because we're like right, I'm like her right hand.
Yeah, that's how I was too. Like, it's me, shots.
Yeah.
Shots,
And
another
so
shot.
I owe it to her, and I'm going to give it, you know, whenever the time comes.
Well, I would have owed it, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a different day.
Okay, you want to pull a question now?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Question number 2. I'm going to just leave this
I'm
open.
a little nervous. I had closed it because I had shook it. That's why I closed it.
We can't really see. I am nervous, but we're going to see what's next. This is a good follow-up. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want more children in the future?
Oh. Well, Aiden is getting ready to turn 1 this Sunday. And I've been on because the crazy thing is, and I thought people were insane for even asking me this. Aiden wasn't even 6 months yet.
People are asking.
And people were like, so you're going to do it again? And I'm like, let me
Think about
see
it.
how this one turns out.
But think about it, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So it's like once you get past 6 months,
and I realized
could you do it
that.
again?
And that's how I'm like, now that he's turning 1, I'm kind of like, I might could go for at least 2 more.
2 more?
At least. I think 3 is a good number. 4, I'm going to give you 4 my max because it might be an oops in there. You see what I'm saying? So I'll give you 4 max, but I think I do want more kids because I have siblings, so.
Yeah.
And I understand like how you can have all the friends that you want in the world, but it's something about your sibling. It's like, me and my sister, we could go at it, but I know like that's my dog. Like that's
even on
a
bad
their
terms.
best friend. Yeah, it's just like we could go weeks or days without talking because you got your little attitude. But I know if I pick up the phone and call you, you're gonna answer.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So I'm like, I want my
so
baby
we're
to
gonna
have
say
something like that.
2 or you're gonna have 2 more, maybe one or 2 more.
1 or 2 more.
Ooh.
But I also said that if Aiden didn't have a sibling from me by the time, because I got to put that in there. If he doesn't have another sibling from me by the time he's 4, we're going to hang it up. I feel like 4 is too much of an age gap.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to have my own, another.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being pregnant. I
did too. I loved it. My pregnancy was amazing.
Mine was too. I will say, because I know my mom was going to say something and AD going to say something. My pregnancy was good up until like the last 4 weeks.
Why?
Because I started to get like I was good on stretch marks up until the last 4
that was
weeks.
Me though,
Because I started to get them on the inside of my thighs.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, like, I would be at work, I started wearing skirts to work because I kid you not, my leg would be on fucking
like itching.
Itching.
Oh, from your skin stretching.
Girl, it was so, when I tell you, it was so bad. So up until the last 4 weeks, I used to get cute every day for work.
You was like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah, the last 4 weeks, I was like, I'm over this.
I enjoyed it so much. Like, I loved everything about it.
Me too. So that's why I think
I cried like a little bit. And it was over food for the most part.
Right. And
But other than that,
no,
good.
facts. For
like,
food, crying about
girl,
food.
DoorDash stole my food and I cried. I was like, who steal food from a pregnant lady? Like, I was pissed.
Knowing that they don't know you're pregnant.
Girl,
Yeah, okay.
I was pissed.
They have no idea
Trey's
you're
like,
pregnant.
you want me to go get some more? No, I wanted that food.
I wanted the food that I ordered.
Like, no.
But no, for selfish reasons, I would like another baby because I enjoy being pregnant and I could see myself doing it again.
Yeah.
But with my circumstances,
Okay.
and my child already has 3 siblings, if I didn't have another kid, I wouldn't be upset.
That's fair.
And if I did have another kid, I wouldn't be upset. But
I'm on the fence about that. I can feel the same way. I get it because at the end of the day, Aiden does have a sibling. But I don't know. I think I just want more than one kid.
But I don't want to be too far out. Me and him have already talked about this. When Saint turns 2, which is this year, that's like I would like to have another kid.
Oh, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I don't want him to be too far out in diapers, and then we have to turn around and start over. Okay. I would like to get them both knocked out. They're close enough. Because me and my siblings, all of them, like me and my brother, 4 years apart. My brother and my sister, 4 years apart. Okay. I feel like that's kind of a big gap.
You think so?
Yeah, because none of us are like actually close up until we,
4 years give you time to breathe. Like you got a prom, you breathe a little bit, another prom comes.
So you want to?
You got to buy a car, you breathe a little bit, buy another one. You see what I'm saying?
Why not just suffocate all at once?
I don't know if I want to drown, bitch.
Just suffocate all.
I don't know. Me and my sister are 21 months apart though. So it's like that. I think that's a reasonable gap. 21 months apart. That's almost 2 years. So it's like that's not.
I
too
like
big
the
of a
2
gap.
years, but I know it's not gonna happen right now. So I'm probably just gonna hang it up. He has his siblings. I'm cool.
Good. Yeah, he loves his sissies.
Yeah, he loves his sissies.
So we good.
Yeah, I'm gonna just that's it.
All right, so our next question is, what do you find to be the hardest thing about parenting? I got my question. I got my answer in my head.
It's something new every day. Every day.
Really?
Yeah, every day he's changing. There's like, I don't want to say a new kid every day, but there's something new that we're working past or learning, or it's just the same parent I was yesterday. I can't be today because he's a different kid today. Yeah. And Saint is crazy.
He not crazy. Saint just got personality.
A lot.
He not crazy.
A lot of personality and a lot of mouth.
Yeah.
He got a lot of mouth.
You got a parrot. You got a parrot because he repeat everything. I think for me is, I don't want to use the term discipline because it's not discipline, but it's like with a soon-to-be 1-year-old, how do you teach them or correct them? You get what I'm saying? Without
nagging.
Yeah, or just being like too forceful or too, I can't explain it. You get what I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean.
Like, how do you guide them to do the right things? Like, no, Aiden, don't do that. No only works so many times. You get what I'm saying? He's like, girl, you playing. Like, I'm finna do this.
Personally, I had to learn to like let loose a little bit because I can be very high strung with certain things.
Yeah.
It's so different. I was so used to living by myself and my things were how they were.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you bring a child who he's tearing up everything in the
coming
cabinets.
behind you. Yeah.
So I just had to learn to let loose, and like I'll keep saying no on certain things, but other things it's like, okay, right, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
He's a baby still.
Yeah.
Even with him almost being 2, it's like, he still just doesn't.
He's only been 2 years.
He still doesn't fully understand everything. So I think for me, I really just had to like let loose because I don't want to be the one to always be nagging him.
Yeah, you just won't want to be that overbearing parent either. So it's like, I can't do this because I know my mom is gonna say something about it. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be that mom. I want to be like, dang, let me call my mama. Something that happened. Like I gotta call my mama. Like that's what I want. So I think for me that's probably the hardest part of parenting. Like just figuring out discipline, because it's like I love my parents, but I think there are different forms of discipline. You don't always have to put your hands on your child or to discipline your child. Mm-hmm. He's only 1. They're only 2. Like they trying to figure it out. Like I'm not finna. Do you want to pop? Like I'm not doing that with my kid. Like no.
Just wait. Because I've had some times where it's just like, okay, like, do I pop him? I've tried.
But I feel like some things you have to, though. Yeah.
Before I even popped him, the times that I have, I used to put him in timeout.
That didn't work.
Girl, he thinks it's funny.
Oh, really?
He thinks it's so funny. You know what I'm saying? He's like goofy like me. Is. So he
is with that little smile.
So he gets in that corner and he's just giggling, which
it would make I'll be out soon. That's fine.
It would make me more mad, but then I'm just like, I really had to like take a look in the mirror and just be like, he still doesn't know.
Yeah, he don't get it. Yeah.
He doesn't understand what timeout means. He doesn't understand like, okay, mommy's touching the knives in the dishwasher. Right. Why can't I touch the knives? So it's like stuff like that I really had to like chill out on. So like the dishwasher, for instance, he used to always like, because he can open it by himself now.
Really?
Girl, yes. So, and he knows.
My little baby's still at the stage where he pulling the door down and scooting it out, but he can't open it yet.
Saint can open it. And so I have started letting him put like the little dishes away that he can reach.
That's nice. Yeah, so he feels like he's helping.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
So
okay.
I've like had to come like with a happy balance because I don't want to tell him no. Because then what? I'm going to tell him no for these few years, and then when it comes time for him to do chores,
no, you've been telling me no.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been letting him help me, but like I said, I really had to like look at myself and like, you've got to chill.
Yeah.
He's the baby.
Just relax a little bit,
and maybe teach him. I will say, my friend Alina told me, when he was like probably like 3-4 months old, is like when the time comes, she was saying how instead of telling your child no, because you know she's into therapy, she was like, instead of telling your child no, give them a better alternative to do. So
let's do this
okay
instead.
You can't touch this part of the oven, but you could touch this. You can open this. And
so
like that has
like,
really
just no.
that has like really stuck with me. So it's just like, okay, well, you can't touch the handle on the oven, but here's a spatula out the drawer or something. So I really took that in, and that has like
nice, though, like
stuck
refocus
with me.
him a little bit. Yeah, so it's not like she's just telling me no, I can't do this, but I can do this. So yeah, that's smart.
And that's just like really stuck with me. So if I open the fridge, he sees me getting something out of there, and I'm telling him no.
Yeah, he's like,
okay.
Well, it's strict around this bitch.
You know
what can I do?
He knows where his drawer is, where his yogurts are, his fruit is. So I'm like, okay, what do you want? Just grab it.
He's like, this is my drawer. It has my stuff in it. Why can't I touch it?
Yeah. So I really like took
He's like, you going to get your water? Let me get my stuff.
So I've learned to like, when it comes to that, I just let it go.
Yeah.
And let him have it sometimes, because like these kids are smart.
They're so smart.
They're smart.
I told you the other day we was at your house. Aiden had picked up the baby doll. He was just patting it like I was like, oh my god.
Really?
Me and Trey was looking at him like, what is he doing? Trey was like, oh, he must see his teacher picking up the other babies at school and patting them on their back. I was like,
that's
kids are so smart.
I'm telling you.
Like, that is crazy.
So smart.
Like, oh, my little baby.
I know they're growing up. They're growing up.
I'm so sad he turned 1 this week.
I'm ready for the party.
It's gonna be a good time.
I'm ready.
I can't wait either.
You know, I'm ready for the to see. Okay, y'all. After this, we only have one more question.
Okay, let's see it.
I'm sad. Okay.
Wow, we got a part 2.
You're right. But I know I'm sad. Like, I like the mom questions.
I do too. They're cute. I like.
Because like we getting
you get to know us.
You get to know us as moms. And then part 2, you're gonna get to know us.
Because I feel like a lot of y'all know us as like Cash and Ride, but a lot of people don't get to see us as moms because number one, we're not social media moms.
No,
like,
we're not. We're
real moms. Like we're too busy to post everything we're doing.
We are really moms.
We be in the trenches.
We be in that house.
We be in the trenches with the babies. Girl.
We putting our babies in the bathtub together because it's too much. Those are the type of moms we are. Because y'all got to get into bed at the same time.
Baby. Look, what time is it old?
Okay, so the next question. Did or do you have postpartum? And if so, how do you deal with it? I'm going to let you answer.
I don't think I did. I do, and I thank God, and I think about this almost every single day. I thank God that before I got pregnant, that I was as mentally strong as I was beforehand, because the things that I endured during, like after I had my kid, within 2 weeks, from that moment forward up until now, the things that I have gone through, anybody else would have lost their mind. Anybody else would have folded.
I told you, like, with what we talked about, I would have been okay, but I think I wouldn't have held it together as good as you. I would have been out of there. You know me. I'd be quick to piece it out. So I probably would have been out
and
there.
I think a lot of people don't. I think once I finally do get to a place where I am ready to actually like share exactly what happened to me, I know a bunch of people are going to be like, what the fuck and how the fuck.
But it's no one's place to judge, number one.
Yeah, that's true.
And number two, I feel like, knowing me, if I would have had separated myself from the situation at the time, 9 times out of 10 I would have came back.
You think so?
Yeah. Because I've had things smaller happen to me.
That is true, yeah. I just felt like this was something that was just like very, very big.
Traumatizing?
Traumatizing ain't the word. It was just something that was just very, very big, and it's just like, oh wow. And when I think about it now that my son is turning 1, I'm just like, oh wow. This could have taken me and thrown me into such a deep postpartum depression to like, I probably would not have been able to climb out of it.
Yeah.
But
let alone take care of your child and go to work.
And I'm like, I don't think anyone in that situation thought about that when it came to me.
Yeah.
I think that everyone was kind of in their own feelings, and I get it. Like, you perceive that situation how you perceived it because it affected you. I get it, but in the same token, it's just like I had just had a kid, and no one.
That was fairly new.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to be a mom and what I just went through, and then you throw this on my plate. I'm just like, wait a minute. So I think no, I didn't. Thank God, deal with postpartum depression. I don't think I am dealing with it now, but I also believe in therapy too. Like I'm very big on therapy.
I don't do therapy.
I think the moment that I would have felt myself like slipping into it, I probably would have got a therapist.
So before therapy, okay, so no postpartum depression, but before therapy, what do you think you did to help maybe someone else? What do you think you did to cope with what you were going through at the time before therapy then?
I compartmentalize a lot of stuff though.
Okay.
So I'm one of those kind of people, like I journal a lot. I get quiet. I get silent. Like, I just don't want to talk about it. I just need my time to just compartmentalize it. I think what really made me go and get a therapist is because I got to the point where I was like, I can't. Like, I don't have any more room to compartmentalize anything. So I'm like, either I'm going to blow up and everyone's going to look at me like I've lost my mind, or it's going to get to the point where I can't care for myself. And if I can't care for myself, I can't care for my kids. So it's like, I have to do something. So before we even got to that point, I was like, hey, I text all of my friends. I was like, hey, do you guys have a therapist you would like to suggest me to?
Please recommend a mental health therapist now.
Because I'm one of those people that I do realize I'm not going to let myself drown. Like, before it even gets to that point, like, I'm not a person that lives in denial. Like, I'm one of those people like, okay, this is going on. I have to get on top of this before something happens. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and nip this in the bud before you get too deep.
Yeah, I feel you.
What about you?
I think I didn't have it. I don't think so. Yeah. I was very close to it. Never been to therapy, even still, which I know I need to get into. But I think when I get into those places of like, I don't even want to say depression because I don't feel like I was depressed.
Yeah, I don't think, and that's the thing, like, I don't think it's depression. It's just this sense of just sad. Like, I'm just sad.
Like, those days where I would just, like, I didn't have class and I didn't have to go to work. It was just some days where I would just be, like, really just
just sad. Down. Yeah.
I think what I do the most, even now, I'll surround myself with my family.
You do that when I think about it. Yeah, you do.
I will surround myself with my family, or, like, it's kind of just like my family knows. Yeah. So, like, if my mom can, and that is the best. Yeah. My mom can feel. She'll be like, "Okay, I'm coming to see you." Oh. Or okay, come up here. Yeah. And I will just like put myself with my family, go to all their stuff, my sister's sporting events, my cousin's sporting events, and I'll just be with them, and that'll put me in a happy place. Like, I could go out and hang out with my friends, but sometimes drinking and all that, it's just not, it doesn't do it for me.
And that's how I used to be too sometimes when I living in the city. And I was just like, okay, I'm overstimulated. So I would have to come down here and just be around my mom and my sisters. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just like this big warm hug. And it's just something that you need to just like decompress.
Really. And I do feel like because like obviously like, I would say the people I'm closest with, my aunt for sure. Yeah. She's in Warner Robins, and then my mom. And I feel like because they have went through what they went through with their situations, it's like I'm learning and I don't feel any judgment. Yeah. Which I don't feel judgment from my friends, but when it comes when it comes from like your family and you know that they've went through what you went through or worse. Yeah. It's so comforting.
Yeah. I talked to my mom like about certain situations. She's like, girl,
that ain't
nothing. Because she was like, girl, this is so, like, when I went to her about that situation when I first found out, and she was like, look, like, I know this is a lot for you to like take on, like, especially with your baby only being 2 weeks. Like, I know that it's a lot for you to take in. And she's like, but let me tell you,
that's nothing.
This right here is just like very small compared to what it could have been. I'm like,
and that's kind of like how I get whenever it comes to like resolving issues in the relationship. It's just like,
yeah, but you did.
I'd be too chill, don't
Yes! I hate that. You be so calm.
You know why? It's because
and your favorite thing to say is, I'ma let it rock.
I'ma let it ride.
I'm like, oh my God.
I hate that shit. But we're gonna get back on track in a second, but we're gonna address this real quick. I be so calm because when I get to the place of being cold with you, I'm freezing.
Yeah, it's real cold in here. Yeah.
And like with the situation, like I don't want to be cold with you. I got to deal with you for a long time.
That's true.
I don't
want to be malicious towards you or mean to you. I don't want to be that person to you. Yeah, I feel that.
Because even when I told you about my aunt and everything, and I was there, I got to a place where I was about to where it was like no turning back, and it's not a good feeling. I don't like feeling that way about people,
especially with someone you love. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel it.
And I know, like, obviously we both want to be together, but when I get cold, you're gonna be sad before I am.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't do this. You did this, so you're gonna be sad before me. That's so I know I'd be too chill. Everyone says that, but some things with me, I feel like some things aren't worth addressing, because if that's how you're gonna act or treat me, just don't expect. In your brain, don't be delusional about what you think is gonna happen in the end. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, alright. Is it really delusional though if they think that you don't know? You get what I'm saying? Because it's only delusional if they know that you know and they still expect for you to move the way that you've been moving. See what I'm saying?
You know that I know about a lot of things prior.
That's true.
So you're stupid to think if I don't know about things. You're stupid to think that I don't know about current things. If there's anything current.
I just said it. If there's everything current, but maybe they feel like
I don't.
It's that, but maybe they feel like, okay, she know about all this stuff in the past. Maybe I done figured out what to finesse.
You didn't. You didn't. Gotcha. You really. Okay. But my thing is, it's like because I told you I only had 2 friends for the longest time, and it's because the people I have around me, I value.
You do. I will say that. Yeah.
I value the people I keep around me, so it makes no sense to have 10 girlfriends and I only really talk to or count on 2.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the same thing like when it comes to like a relationship. Like I value you and what you do. And if I see throughout time you don't value me, like
it's time to go.
Right. Yeah. And it might take 2 years, 3 years,
but
4 years.
But
I'm gonna get gone.
Yeah. I feel it.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen, but there's going to be some kind of change.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're not going to like it, but it's only going to be your fault. Okay.
We can get about that shit.
That's a topic we can really get deep into. But
girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
this one's on you. So this is the last question,
I got the last one, y'all. Let's see what it says.
I'm scared because I don't know what this is. What is this?
It says... Oh, what has given you the most joy as a mother?
Oh, I would say getting compliments on how smart my child is, and how quickly people like feel like he's.
When I tell you, I love Saint's little personality. He just be talking. He's smart.
Yeah,
like, he is so smart.
I think it's the compliments I get on how smart my child is. Like, babies are cute. Little kids are cute. That's... You're going to hell. Back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying.
Babies not cute though.
Okay.
They have a cute appeal. Like they can do cute stuff.
Okay.
But all babies not. We're not finna lie.
You know
this is raw and uncut. We're not finna lie.
It is raw and
all
uncut.
All babies are not cute. They have cute aspects of them. Say though. Oh baby. Chef's kiss.
My baby, but that's just like a compliment. It's like everyone thinks their child is cute. I guess is what I was going with that. That's where I was going. Everyone thinks their child
does think that, but everyone thinks their child is smart as well. You got little Ray Ray. When's your birthday? Cake.
Oh, okay.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Everyone thinks their child is smart too.
You're right. But I know.
But no, Saint smart.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
Like he's smart for real. Like, he's smart.
He's smart, and he's like, he just knows. Like, he just knows stuff, and I'm so proud to be like, yes, that is my baby. That's probably like the greatest joy I get is like how much time I can spend with him, and how much time I could teach him. Yeah. And he's actually learning.
He
and
is.
Like
for him not to be in daycare, he is smart as crap.
The stuff that he soaks up, like, that's probably my greatest joy.
I'd be surprised.
Smart. Yeah.
Like, he'll say something, I'll be like, say. I'm like, who said that?
I told you.
I think for me, that was my number one. So I'll go with my number two.
Mm-hmm.
My number two would probably be just watching him develop and just do new stuff every day. Like, my baby just started walking now.
Within like less than a week, really.
I'm just in such amazement. I'm like, oh my God, like,
that's
you're walking.
Baby.
I can remember when you were like little, like in my hands, and you're walking.
I remember when y'all came to Saint's first birthday. Aiden was only 3 months old?
Yeah. 3-4 months. Yeah,
3-4 months.
Little.
He was so
tiny,
and that was the first time I held him. I'm like, he's so freaking small.
Because I remember you kept saying, he's so light. He's so light. He's so juicy.
Yes.
He's like, he's so light. He's so light. Yeah, now my little baby walking, and now he waving bye-bye. He's saying like all kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm just like,
love when my baby says ta-ta.
I know, he's like, ta-ta, but you welcome, baby. But I'm like, he's getting so much bigger. So I think that's my biggest joy, just watching him actually grow and develop, and like you said, learn new stuff. Like, I think that's
really
that's the best thing as a parent.
And as us, I feel like I've literally seen, like, we probably see each other every other month.
Just right,
So I feel like I've just seen Aiden grow.
We actually see each other's kids like grow.
That's so crazy.
It is insane.
Because 2 years ago we didn't have no damn kids.
Yeah, in 2 years they're gonna be 4. Like, that's insane.
That's crazy. But
crazy.
I do agree. Just like seeing them just in general, like grow up from newborn
and even seeing
to
their
now.
Relationship, but like even now,
so cute.
Like, I miss Aiden.
Yep. And he knows too.
He got his first little best friend. That's so cute.
Girl, I told my mom, I was like, Saint got invited to her first birthday party. She was like, you better not be talking about cash. Basically insinuating that doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Y'all are damn near family. She's like, that does not count.
We are family, but it does count. It counts.
I'm like, Mom, that's his friend.
Yeah, that counts. Like, that counts.
I'm like,
it's
his first party other than his siblings. It counts.
It counts. Oh.
But yeah, I will say, I love it. I do.
I just love my little baby.
Thinking about it just makes me want to cry because it's so
We're
crazy.
not doing this.
We're not gonna cry. But it's so wild because whenever me and you really first met, my ass was pregnant.
That is true.
And then
but you weren't even showing yet. Because that was AD's birthday when we first met. Yes.
Are you talking about when we was at that club?
Yes. And the crazy thing is, I think at the time my best friend had told me, she was like, oh, that's AD's girlfriend. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, she's pregnant. I was like, no, she ain't. No, she ain't.
And I know, because I was probably like, I want to say.
Because you were so small.
Close to like 4 weeks.
Oh, you had just found out.
4 to 8. Between 4 to 8 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I found out in October. His
confirmation
birthday.
appointment yet. Because they won't do that till you like, what, 13 weeks something?
I don't know. Actually, I really have no
crazy.
idea. I know I didn't go to the doctor until after his birthday.
Yeah.
So.
Dang, we met a long time ago. Yeah, neither one of us had kids. That's crazy.
So it's like I was pregnant, but was I really pregnant? I was.
It depends on like science and how you look at it.
But I wasn't drinking because I already knew.
That's your business.
I was just in there. I'm sure everyone was just like, this bitch. But I
don't think no one knew.
I didn't announce it.
Yeah.
So his birthday, I found out in October 17th. Aaliyah's birthday was on the 18th. And I didn't announce it until January 1st, 2021.
Oh, dang. So, you took a little minute. I mean, I can't talk. I was on tour when I was pregnant with Trey.
Really? You went on that tour with him?
The first one, yeah.
You did tell me that. Wait, so when did you announce? Because you found out August, right?
No. I found out in like June, the ending of June going into July. I found out I was pregnant. And then I didn't announce until, I think, August.
That was when you had posted a picture in your robe, didn't you? On your birthday. And I think you had posted You had posted like the setup for the catering.
I had on a 2-piece
It looked like
pajama set.
That's what it was.
Because we all had on matching pajama sets. Yeah, I had a little bitty belly there.
Now, I didn't know, but I had a feeling because I saw that. And I was like,
I was pretty girl.
Something's in the air. Because
But right before that, I had been posting before then, but I didn't announce. So I only would post like from here up. But my boobs were getting so big. Like even when I was on FaceTime with my aunt, I was getting ready to tell her I was pregnant. I was like, I gotta tell you something. I'm just happy on FaceTime. I was like, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something. She was like, what? I was like, take a guess. So she's like, you got your boobs done? Because that's how big my boobs were.
Your boobs got huge.
My boobs were huge. She's like, you got your boobs done? I was like, no, I wish. And then she was like, what? I was like, I'm pregnant. And she was like, that explains the boobs. I was like, yeah.
Your boobs were big.
I know. And you know me, I always been a part of the itty bitty titty committee.
Yeah, not
so
me.
I didn't know what to do with them. I was like, I finally got some titties.
No, mine have always been big, so it's just like,
I've never had boobs, like ever. I wanted a boob job before I even thought about having kids, but now I'm definitely getting a boob job.
You're gonna get one?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I'm gonna have another child or not. If not, then we definitely
we're gonna do it. Then we gonna roll out with the boob job. This is going to wrap up part 1 of our get to know us.
Yes, and shout out to Talk to Me Nice, as always, the home team, for letting us use his space to record in, of course.
Yeah. I'll put all links in the bio. But yes, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next upload.